Hello my dear students, welcome you all to this English class. In our previous class, we discussed a little part of the part 1 of the story The Beggar. Today we are going to discuss the rest of the same. So my dear students, listen to me carefully while I am reading the rest part of the story. No, that can't be so, mumbled the beggar, taken aback. I'm a village school teacher, and if you like, I can show you my papers. Have done with lying? You called yourself a student and even told me that you had been expelled for. Don't you remember? Sergei flushed and turned from the ragged creature with an expression of disgust. This is dishonesty, my dear sir, he cried angrily. This is swindling. I shall send the police for you, damn you. Sir, he said, laying his hand on his heart, the fact is, I was lying. I am neither a student nor a school teacher. All that was fiction. Formerly, I sang in a Russian choir and was sent away for drunkenness. But what else can I do? I can't get along without lying. No one will give me anything when I tell the truth. What can I do? Next. What can you do? You ask what you can do, cried Sergei, coming close to him. Work. That's what you can do. You must work. What? Yes, I know that myself, but where can I find work? How would you like to chop wood for me? I wouldn't refuse to do that, but in these days, even skilled woodcutters find themselves sitting without bread. Will you come and chop wood for me? Yes, sir, I will. Very well, I'll soon find out. So, my dear students, let's discuss the meanings of the unfamiliar words of this part. Mumbled, spoke in an unclear voice. Flushed, became red in anger. Disgust, a strong feeling of dislike. Swindling, cheating a person for money. Damn, an expression of anger. Fiction, an imaginary story which is not real. Choir, a group of singers. Chop, cut. Refuse, reject, or turn down. So, my dear students, let's discuss the story of the part. The beggar told in an unclear voice with a feeling of surprise that he was a school teacher and if Sergei liked, he could show him his papers. Then Sergei got very angry with the beggar and called him a liar and turned from the beggar with a strong feeling of dislike for him. Again, Sergei told that what the beggar had been doing to get money from others, that was cheating, and threatened him that he would send the police for him. Then the beggar confessed everything before Sergei, laying his hand on his heart, told that he was lying. He was neither a student nor a school teacher. Actually, he was a singer in Russian choir who had been sent away for his drunkenness. After accepting all his faults, the beggar told Sergei that No one would give him money when he told the truth. He couldn't get along without lying. What could he do? Then Sergey went close to the beggar and told that what he could do. He had to walk. Then the beggar agreed to work unwillingly and asked Sergey where he could find work. Sergey offered him a work of chopping wood for him. The beggar replied that many skilled woodcutters were sitting without earning in those days, so he wouldn't refuse to do the work. But Sergey wanted to help the man in order to bring him to the right path, so he again offered him the same. Finally, the beggar accepted what Sergey offered, and Sergey, along with the beggar, went to his house for chopping wood. So, dear students, answer some questions. Answer in a word or a phrase. Number 1. I shall send the police for you. Who said this? Yes, Sergey. Number 2. What was the beggar actually? Correct. A singer in a Russian choir. Number 3. What did Sergey tell coming close to the beggar? Yes, to work. Number 4. What work did Sergey offer to the beggar? Yes, to chop wood for him. Number 5. According to the beggar, who was sitting without bread? Yes, my dear students, skilled woodcutters. So, dear students, today we completed the first part of the story, The Beggar. Thank you, children. Bye-bye.